Greetings and welcome to the NewsRamp Finance Podcast. I'm your host, Max Newsman, delighted to have you with us as we explore today's top stories. At newsramp.com, we curate business news from the best newswires, bringing you the most relevant updates. Before we dive in, just a quick heads up. While AI assists in producing this podcast and generating the voices, the news stories are all real. You can read the full articles on newsramp.com. Today is Friday afternoon, June 14, 2024, and we have a great mix of finance headlines lined up for you. So whether you're on the go, working out, or just relaxing, stay with us as we get started. Here's our first headline.
The Biden administration just finalized a controversial new retirement rule. Here are 5 things you need to know now. The Biden administration has finalized a controversial new retirement rule aimed at protecting investors from conflicts of interest. The rule broadens the definition of a fiduciary to include any financial service provider compensated for advice. It clarifies advisors' duties to act prudently, loyally, honestly, and fairly priced. The rule could save Americans up to $55 billion in the next decade. However, some argue it may make accessing retirement advice harder for average Americans. The rule takes effect in September 2024, with all requirements in place by the following year. It's crucial to research advisors and understand their legal obligations to ensure your financial security.
Thank you for joining us today. That's it for this episode of the NewsRamp Finance Podcast. As a reminder, NewsRamp curates news from leading newswires like Newsworthy.ai, 24/7pressrelease.com, newsdirect.com, and blockchainwire.io. We encourage you to visit newsramp.com to read all of today's news.